Hi, I wanted to speak to you one-on-one today. So this is not a message for everybody, but just for you. Yes, you, my audience, my podcast listener, my YouTube viewer, my donor and moral supporter, my fellow geek and friend, and my reason for doing what I do. I want to share 3 things, but before I do that, let me start by saying thank you for your support. I have sacrificed a lot for the past 6 years, but this effort has not been in vain. So far, I have published about 1,000 articles and produced 200 podcast episodes. Singularity 1on1 has had 4 million views on YouTube and iTunes and has been republished by major media outlets such as the BBC, TVJapan, and many others. Today, I reach well over 100,000 people per month, and some have even called me the Larry King of the Singularity. So, once again, thank you for your support, because I couldn't do what I do without you. Now, the 3 things I want to share with you are: why am I doing a crowdfunding campaign? What do you get at different funding levels of my podcast? And how can you help? So, first of all, the main reason why I'm crowdfunding is the simple fact that as the podcast has gotten more and more successful, it has become much more expensive to produce and sustain. Success and good quality come at a price. And while it is very important to me that Singularity 1on1 is and will always remain to be both free of charge and independent of any agenda, it is unfortunately not free of cost or independent of material resources. The reality is that good things cost money to produce, and my podcast is not different. And those costs have risen to the point where I simply cannot sustain this on my own anymore. Secondly, what are my funding goals and what do you get for each of them? Well, depending on how much money we raise, I can provide different things at different format and quality for you. Now, if we fail to meet the minimum goal of $50,000, there is a good chance I will simply have to stop blogging and podcasting and seek another way to make a living. But with $50,000, I will have the ability to focus exclusively on audio podcasting. I will have to cut out all non-essential costs and will stop traveling for expensive, in-person, high-production interviews that I'm currently doing. And this podcast will become a true-to-format, audio-only endeavor. If, however, we raise $100,000, I will be able to continue with my current format, where I can travel and produce high-quality, high-definition, in-person interviews. If we reach $200,000, I will be able to raise the bar even further by not only going to a 4K 3-camera professional setup, but also by releasing all of my past episodes, that is 250 hours of video, under a Creative Commons license. And anyone will be able to not only watch, but also use, edit, mix, and remix all of my content for free and without any restrictions. Lastly, $300,000 will guarantee that I can interview the future for many years to come. I will also be able to travel anywhere, interview anyone at any time. I will also release all future episodes under Creative Commons license for as long as the podcast exists, because the future belongs to us all. The third and final question is, how can you help? Well, If you're already on my Konos profile page, then don't delay and make a donation now. If you're watching this video elsewhere, then just type interviewthefuture.com and you will land on my fundraising page. Once you have donated, then you can help even more by spreading the word about it. So, if you have an email list, email your list. If you have a Facebook or Twitter account, share and tell your followers to come and donate also. If you need a quick way to show what Singularity 1on1 is all about, then share my highlights video. If you need social proof, share my testimonials video. And again, to help me keep producing more Singularity 1on1 episodes, please donate what you can now. Help me interview the future so that you can find your mission and make your dent in the universe. Thanks for listening. Thanks for letting me do what I love. And thank you very much for your support.